So the two players on court, I'm Jill Clark, delighted to welcome Steen Pedersen, once again former head coach to the Danish national team. And I think he will probably agree with me about the women's singles at the moment. Most interesting discipline?
Yeah, clearly the most interesting in my opinion. Very, very difficult to predict who's going to be in the semi-final stage. Lots of strong players and different playing styles, so very, very interesting.
The umpire for this one, Hao Long-shu of China. His first duty, the toss of the coin. Well, 5 years ago, she was in the final. And this will be the 16th meeting between these two players. They'll know each other pretty well. Of the previous 15, Akane Yamaguchi has won 8. But the last time they met, of course, was in the final of the Denmark Premier Super Series, the last Premier event prior to this. So she is the number 5 seed and 20 years of age. Has been as high as 2, a total of 13 weeks across 2 different spells. And when she reached the final 3 years ago, she'd been promoted from the qualifying and then lost to Sina Nehwal in the final. And it was Sina Nehwal who she beat in a repeat of that 2014 final in the second round here. Yesterday's quarterfinal was against the qualifier Ji Shuting of China. So to Ratchanok INTANON, 22 years of age now, former world number 1. Spent just 2 weeks as world number 1. Lost to the then Olympic champion Li Shuirui in the final 5 years ago. Last couple of years, incidentally, she's lost in the first round. But as you can see from her matches, she's played 3 players from Chinese Taipei, including yesterday's quarterfinal against the current world number 1, Tai Su Ying. She was up in the first game, 8-6, but then promptly lost that 21-10. It was quite extraordinary. Bounced back in the second, 21-9, and was 20-17 up in the deciding game. Eventually won on her 4th match point, 20-22, as you saw earlier in 56 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Akane Yamaguchi, Japan. And on my left, Ratchanok INTANON, Thailand. Ratchanok INTANON to serve, level, play.
So Ratchanok INTANON, former world champion, won the gold medal in the World Championships here in China in 2013 in Guangzhou. Now, if you were with us yesterday, it really was an extraordinary quarter-final against the world number 1. As I was saying, Steen, she was 8-6 up and then lost that game 21-10. I couldn't really believe it, but what a thrilling third game it was.
It was the conditions that they played against yesterday. Very similar style, Tai Su Ying and Ratchanok INTANON. Interesting to see how this pans out here, because we also saw a very, very good final in Odense at the Denmark Open between these two players. So.
Yes, and we were talking yesterday, we were talking in Odense as well, about how we felt that Ratchanok is displaying a little more urgency in her style of play, a little more attacking play.
And she was quite a big underdog yesterday in terms of the companies that make predictions about that.
Yeah.
And went on to win the match. Close, but she won it, and she's an underdog again today, and I don't really understand that in the light of what she did yesterday and the confidence that she must have gained from getting back to winning ways in Denmark Open. But Yeah, they might be right after all. Let's see.
Well, as far as Akane Yamaguchi is concerned, she's attempting today to reach a third consecutive Super Series tournament final, because not only was she beaten in the final of Denmark, she was beaten in the final in Paris at the French Open as well. So,
and I think actually that she's, I mean, she's gotten to this semi-final here, but she's not looked quite as good as she did in the Denmark Open. But maybe she's saved the best for the last matches in the tournament. Let's hope that for the Japanese girl.
well, of course, we did have a player early on in the Super Series season who reached 3 consecutive finals, and that's Olympic champion Carolina Marin. India, Malaysia and Singapore lost all 3 finals.
Yeah.
Flash photography is not allowed during the game. Thank you for your cooperation.
Good job.
Yeah, that's super. But if we're talking about records and 3 consecutive tournaments, it was Ratchanok last year winning India, Malaysia and Singapore in 3 consecutive weeks, winning 3 Super Series titles in 3 weeks. That had never happened in the singles discipline.
Fantastic achievement.
5-3.
And I'm talking as well about the men's singles discipline as well, across both
Yeah.
the singles. Never happened previously.
I think I can remember before the tournament it became Super Series, and of course we're not nearly as strong back then. I don't think even it was all 3 Grand Prix tournaments, but the current president of the BWF, as far as I recall, won Denmark, German and Dutch Open 3 weeks in a row many years ago.
Yeah.
Good shot.
And it's over. 4-6.
Just like yesterday, Ratchanok, INTANON with the advantage in terms of reach and height.
It's gone long.
And it's over. 7-4.
It's gone wide.
And it's over. 5-7.
You were talking yesterday about what you Danes call a stick smash.
Yeah.
And Ratchanok there, very little
Quick release.
quick release and very little follow through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, tried it again
was
there,
again
but
there.
just wide on that occasion.
8-5.
Very little arm and body movement to judge the direction of the shot on. That's what players use. They use the position of the body of the opponent to sort of anticipate what possible shots they have.
9-5.
Yes, the Japanese coach is looking quite satisfied at the moment. Oh,
shot.
that is good, isn't it?
And even though there's a lot of arm movement on that shot, it's all one smooth movement and very, very hard to judge. So I really love the technique of these two players. It's a different style they have, but technically very skillful, both of them.
Yeah.
6-10.
2号场地即将进行的是混合双打比赛，由来自中国香港的邓俊文、谢妍雪对阵来自中国的郑思维、黄雅琼。
Match of court 2 between doubles between Tan Chenmei, Tin Ying-sit from Hong Kong, China, and Zheng Siwei, Huang Yachong from China.
本场比赛裁判员丁玉成，新加坡；发球裁判员乔治吴培
It's a
斯
good serve.
德国。
Umpire Richard Ting Yuchen, Singapore. Service judge Joe Hubert, Germany.
Oh, that's phenomenal, isn't it?
It's over.
That's where you
11,
call
7,
inch perfect.
interval.
Hit the top of the tape. Went over. Perfect. So it's a 4-point advantage for Akane Yamaguchi here at the mid-game interval.
ストレートスマッシュ打たれるんで、ストレートだったらちょっと高さだけ、そこだけ気をつけて。で、こうスマッシュ打たれて置いてクロスこうクリア来たとこそこ低く書いたら次打たれるんで、そこだったらもうドライブで返すかちょっと高さだけ気をつけて。そこだけ気をつけて。
結構相手は攻撃スタイルだから低い球ってすぐパンパンあるだから危ないからちょっと高いでいって
Oh, Jubong
ペイン
and
トのここカッ
Choi
ト
Sang-bom.
Call one,
決めるのカットはいらない
Call
ペイント
1,
ペイントいってもペイントだけのカットでいく
Both originally from Korea, but now both coaching in Japan.
Right. 11, 7. Play.
Oh, it's a challenge. Challenge from Ratchanok.
Ratchanok, INTANON, challenge it. Call out.
That's why we need Hawkeye.
Yeah, it was very difficult to.
Yeah. Oh, how by a whisker. That's very good
Challenge it,
call by
unsuccessful.
the line judge there.
12, 7. Play.
Yeah.
Service over. 8, 12.
Very rare that Akane Yamaguchi puts a high serve long. One of the most beautiful service movements in the game, in my opinion.
Oh, very nearly got that
9,
back.
12.
Didn't think there was any chance. Lovely from the deep high serve, makes her move forward to the net on the backhand side, then deep into the forehand corner. And that's what we mean when we talk, Steen, about outmaneuvering opponents and, you know, those sort of tactics where you make them run as far as possible.
Yeah, and it becomes more and more difficult as the players get better and better over the years. So one good shot or two good shots is not enough anymore. You have to have a sequence of shots in order to get an advantage that's big enough.
Yeah. Oh, that's magnificent.
That was a hesitative
10, 12.
call by the linesman.
เขาโลนตรงถ้าไม่ตีเขาจะเหลวแน่นอน
11, Service over.
まだま
サイド取っ
13.
た後の後ろの方ちょっと早めに取ったからな。
5 World Junior titles between these two.
Yeah, there could have been more.
Yeah.
There were years where they were eligible, where they didn't participate.
Oh,
Service over.
It's fantastic play.
it is, isn't
13.
it?
Or actually, maybe Yamaguchi won one of the years where Ratchanok was eligible but didn't participate. Couldn't that be the case?
Yes, I think so. 2013, because 2013, Ratchanok was busy winning the World Senior Championships.
Oi! That's a fantastic rally, this one.
Oh, marvellous.
Service over. 14.
相手も今ちょっと
Off her knees. She is so quick, Yamaguchi. And look at the disguise on that.
14, 12. Break.
Ooh, yeah, I'd challenge that.
Ratchanok, INTANON. Challenge it. Call out.
We are on a slight angle, aren't we,
Yeah,
Steve?
I-
What
I-
was your instinct there?
I could see that go wide with the cork, but judging by the feathers,
Oh no,
it
that's
touched the
wide.
line. Yeah, I think the cork is outside, but
Yeah.
sometimes the players get fooled
Mm.
by the
Challenge
all of
it.
the shuttle
Yeah.
feathers much wider
No
than
challenge
the cork,
remaining.
of course.
Yeah.
15,
You just see some.
12.
You don't see any green
Mm.
between the shuttle and the line because you watch the feathers.
Play.
It's where the cork touches that's the decisive factor.
Yeah. Crikey, that's a bit
Service over.
wild.
ที่นั้นที่ไปตรงกลางดีกว่านะรับง่ายกว่า
15.
ที่ไปตรงกลางรับง่าย
Yes, very good.
Service
She
over.
weathers the storm
16.
so well, Yamaguchi, and then
Okay.
as soon as she's got the opportunity, once her opponent has worked really hard, then she goes for it. What a good rally again.
Ooh, I thought that would have gone wide.
That certainly has.
Much more patient play by Ratchanok INTANON in this rally here.
15.
And I think it's wise because, like you mentioned before, Jill, she wants to avoid giving Yamaguchi these easy counter-attacking points where she has to
Thank you.
take a decision for one of the sides because it's too big an opportunity for Yamaguchi. And the good thing for us as spectators and viewers is that we get excellent rallies, whereas yesterday we got more tension and excitement in the third game, whilst the rallies were really, really short because both players had the same plan, so to speak.
Oh my goodness, it was tight to the net. She's missed it.
Service over, 17-14.
Another one's gone wide.
18.
She's feeling under more pressure today, I think, to hit the lines, Ratchanok INTANON, because the court coverage of Akane Yamaguchi, she just seems to get everything back.
Yeah, she's gone very much for the lines and drifting away from this patient rally that she played a couple of rallies ago. I was puzzled that apparently she won the coin toss again, and she just elected to serve exactly as yesterday, where clearly yesterday is another great smash. Clearly yesterday there was a difference to the sides. And,
Yeah.
of course, shows a lot of self-confidence that you can choose which side you want to play on.
Yes.
I'm happy anywhere.
So game point opportunities
Game point,
for Akane Yamaguchi. Yeah. Superb opening game from Akane Yamaguchi.
Yamaguchi
21-14.
14.
Fraction over 20 minutes in the opening game. Oh, she came back from a game deficit yesterday in her quarter-final. Did the Ratchanok? Can she do it again?
เสื้ออาจจะกลับสงลูกกระโปรงมาตรงนี้จีนปุ๊บสงลงเลยเอาลูกลงเลยนะคือตอนเนี้ยเขาตีได้ดีเขาไม่ค่อยเสียเลยเขารับได้
Yes, that's what they can sort of rely on in the Thailand camp, that the first game was better today than yesterday. Lost 9, 21-9, 21-10.
21-10. Yeah, she only won another 2 points, having been 8-6 up.
ถ้าไม่เหลือก็ใส่เต็มที่เลยอาจจะเซฟให้เขาตรงรอยอาจจะเซฟไว้ตรงรอยเขาเกือบมาไว้โอ้นี่เปลี่ยนสปีดเลยเปลี่ยนสปีดปลูกเขาเลยนะเสิร์ฟล่าบ้างเสิร์ฟตรงอ่ะเสิร์ฟด่าบ้างนะเสิร์ฟด่าบ้างให้เขาเวลาเขาจะไม่รู้เราไปทางไหนอ่ะอยากให้เขาทุกลูกเหมือนกันเลยการเราถูกเขาจะส่วนมากเขาจะเน้นเซฟด่ากับเมย์แล้วเมย์ลูกหัวไม่ดีเขามีปูได้อะเขาปูได้อะแล้วเวลาระหว่างเซฟด่าเมย์ก็หาจังหวะลงนะครับ
Call 120 seconds. Call 120 seconds. Second game. Bravo. Play.
So one game to the good. The number 5 seed, Akane Yamaguchi.
one,
今ちょっと早い
love.
Yeah, our coach is approving already. Well, I don't want to jump ahead of myself, Steen, but no, oh, that's called in. Yeah, I think it was a good call.
Service
Yeah.
over.
No player from
One,
Japan has ever won a title here at
In any of the categories.
in any of the categories in the 28 previous China Opens. He's got a long way to go, obviously. Never write off Ratchanok INTANON.
Now she played so brilliantly on this near side of the court yesterday, which was a little bit puzzling.
Oh.
Oi, that's a good shot.
Yeah, it still comes back though. Look at this rally. Unbelievable.
Service over.
That's the frustration for opponents of Akane Yamaguchi.
But it's so important to stay patient and play the next rally exactly the same way, and the next after that as well.
Service over. 2-all.
Because we know that Yamaguchi, she has to work hard, not the tallest of players. On the contrary, actually, so she's got to do a lot of physical work to cover the court, and as the match progresses, you would expect her to lose a little bit of that explosiveness and speed.
2-all. Service over. 3-2.
から後ろの球低くならないように。
4-2.
Didn't really seem to get her feet in position for that, Ratchanok.
オーバーだけ
Overdone it.
5-2.
And that was an all or nothing shot, or at least it looked like it. Ratchanok was staying in that corner, and she didn't look like someone who was ready to run the long distance had it been in, and Yamaguchi had retrieved it.
6-2.
Yeah.
อย่าให้ได้เขาง่ายไปอดทนหน่อยอดทนหน่อยอดทน
Oh, that's right into the corner. She couldn't have placed that any better.
2.
She's playing at a higher pace.
Yeah.
Akane Yamaguchi, extremely good defense, and putting a lot of psychological pressure on Ratchanok INTANON.
It's all one-way traffic at the moment, isn't it?
2.
Yeah, Ratchanok asks for the court to be mopped. Give her a quick timeout while that's happening.
And I know it was a close match yesterday with 22-20 in the decider against Tai Su-Ying, but it wasn't a tough match.
No.
It wasn't long, grueling rallies. It was, I think, just around an hour.
It was 4 minutes under the hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
I just feel that psychologically she's feeling that she's got to hit lines, got to hit winners, because otherwise the shuttle's just going to keep coming back, and she's that's making her a little anxious. And
at the moment, she's not able to produce enough high-quality shots in a row to. Thank you for that. I'll take everything back.
No, but
she's got to produce a lot of high-quality shots in a row in order to score points, and if you can't do that, Yamaguchi's going to take it.
But it did prove your point, because that was a super shot.
Yeah.
There's no doubting her that she's got the shots to be able to win this, because we know that she's won 7 times against her opponent of today in the past. It's just that I think psychologically she's scared of the amount that's coming back. That's a lovely net shot.
5-9.
Yeah, so in comparison to Tai Su-Ying, who's the world #1, you could say that, well, Yamaguchi's offense is perhaps not as sharp and as deceptive as Tai Su-Ying's, but her defense here seems to be quite a bit better when playing Ratchanok INTANON.
6-9.
Oh my goodness, how did she get that? Yeah, and that's the psychological pressure against virtually any other player in the world. This next net shot from Ratchanok would have been a winner. Yamaguchi just doesn't get it back. She gets it back with interest. Yeah, that's nice.
And it's over 7-10. New point. Tell me. Okay, thank you. Fight.
Yeah, that's a much, much better rally from Ratchanok INTANON. Quality shots without going for the winner too early on. Seven of the last 8 points. 8 of the last 9 points.
I was ready to more or less write her off
Yeah.
there.
Good low serve. Yeah, it was the wrong choice of shot to play the cross-court net shot from Ratchanok INTANON, because Yamaguchi was ready to pounce on that. So it is Yamaguchi who has the advantage, albeit just one solitary point here in the second game, the mid-game interval.
Just checking when two players were on court yesterday, because I felt we're starting early here today. The matches yesterday started at 4 local time, and today it's at 1. So it's always a little bit of a difficult transition to make from Friday to Saturday, because it's often late and then early. They played approximately at the same time, but Yamaguchi's match was quite a bit shorter, only 38 minutes, and she played one match earlier than Ratchanok, who was, I guess, finished around 9 o'clock, half past 9 or something like that.
11-10.
But again, how quickly you recover might also be a factor in this. And we know that she's been struggling with injuries and so on, so it's not like she's been practicing full program for 1.5, 2 years or something like that. So it might affect how fast you recover.
Oh, that's magnificent.
12, 11.
Oh, it's now 10 of the last 12 points. First time she's gone into the lead. This second game. Oh, great control from Yamaguchi.
Oh. Okay, 12.
That's terrific.
13.
Well, for Yamaguchi not to be able to read and reach the drop shot, you know, it must be accurate and it must have been played with disguise.
Great pictures there.
Yeah. Just wide.
Service over. 14, 13. Service over. 14.
Looked initially if she was going to block that one. A fast push, and it certainly deceived Yamaguchi.
Service over. 15. 14.
She's doing a good job, Yamaguchi, keeping the game plan, making it difficult for Ratchanok to score, as difficult as possible, making her work as much as she can to score the points, and she gets these
14.
fairly easy points. I won't say it's easy because she's done the preparation for that. The preparation is being at every other shot, trying to get it back even if it's just inches above the floor. It says something about discipline, because it's not so easy when you have the chance. You really want to push it a little bit and want to finish it a little early. Got to stick to the game plan. And of course, when you're facing an opponent like INTANON, you're always a little worried that she might hit 3 lines in a row.
Oh, that's lovely.
17.
だから上から行ってれば大丈夫。上から行ってれば大丈夫。
勝負どころよ、ここ。
Yeah, they like that one.
I think it's just like we practiced last Thursday, or something like that. Very satisfied with that shot, Park Joo-pong.
It's just long.
18. 14.
Well, 3 points away from a 3rd consecutive Super Series tournament final. What would be a 4th in total this year?
That's
Oh, yes.
that has been the best working shot for
15.
Ratchanok.
18.
That slice there.
Yeah, well played from Ratchanok INTANON. Yamaguchi wasting time by doing a full pirouette on her backhand there. Too slow to the base position, and then wasn't ready for the next one.
とりあえず1本ね。
Oh,
Oi.
I thought it was going wide.
17. 18.
But it was taken by Yamaguchi. Look at that one.
That was a high-risk shot from
Yeah.
Ratchanok.
So just 1 point in it. I said you could never write her off. Oh, it's just wide. Well, it was just about the only thing she could have tried.
Yeah, and she's not physically at her best today, Ratchanok. We can see that because she's going for the 50-50 shots, trying to let the racket do the work for her.
Lucky net chords.
Over. 18.
Oh, we all need a bit of luck on occasions.
And she's definitely within striking distance to take this to a decider, Ratchanok. But I think eventually Yamaguchi will come out the winner, no matter if it's 2 or 3 games.
20. Match
Well, it is
point.
2 match point opportunities now.
Game.
And she converts on her first opportunity. Akane Yamaguchi through to a third consecutive Super Series tournament final this year, having lost in the final of both Denmark and French Open in consecutive weeks. Here at the China Open is through to the final once more, because she was in the final here 3 years ago. Also, of course, remember she was in the final of the Australian Open earlier this year, so it's her fourth Super Series tournament final that she will be contesting of 2017 tomorrow. So confirmation of the scoreline, 21-14, 21-18. And the number 5 seed, Akane Yamaguchi, through to her second final at the China Open in 42 minutes.